Doc Martin here, and welcome to my first live video stream on Ask Doc Martin. I work a lot with people, parents, group home staff, foster parents, specialists, and individuals who have challenging behaviors and exhibit intense emotions. I've been doing this for a long, long time. And I wanted to set up this channel to give people a chance to uh, ask questions, and I can respond and see, what's happening uh, in your lives, things that are bothering you, things that you need help on. And today I'm going to do the very first one, and this is one that I've received already from somebody that I was a parent wrote me and asked a question, and I thought I would answer that now on this live presentation. Um, the question was, it wasn't so much a question as a statement of fact, and it was from a single mother, and she said, and I'll read it verbatim, what she said to me in the email, is that sometimes I feel I'm not cut out for this. I'm a single parent, and my son is 8 years old and has a mild mental intellectual disability and autism. Um, he throws temper tantrums all the time. And I've been struggling for 5 years. Everything is a struggle. Every single thing. And I question if I'm cut out for this. Things have been hard, so hard for so long. But the last 6 months, the last year, the COVID, everything, staying at home, it's just 24/7. I'm with my son. I'm trying to deal with his temper tantrum and his behaviors, distant learning, running my business, all in a tiny Chicago apartment. I'm at my breaking point. I don't feel any joy in parenting him. And I feel absolutely horrible for this. And I'm finding it so hard. Struggling here big time. Well, struggling here big time. You are not the first person who has had a challenging child who feels this way. You are not alone. What you feel is perfectly normal. It's okay. Beating yourself over how you feel is not healthy, and it's not going to accomplish anything. It's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy for your child. If you're feeling stressed and he's feeling temper tantrums and you're stressed, and then you lose control and you have a short temper, and then you feel really sad and upset about what is going on. Your interactions with your child suffer, and you become a lot more negative. Please, 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 never stop believing in yourself. When you have a child with challenging behaviors and intense emotions, you tend to blame yourself. And sometimes you may feel that other people judge you. You know, you're out in the grocery store, the kid's throwing a temper tantrum, and so everybody's thinking, why can't this mom control this kid? What's wrong with her? She must be a lousy parent. You can't stop the meltdowns. And it's not your fault. You're doing the best you can, and you're stronger than you think. You will survive and get through this. There are many single parents out there, and also many families out there with the same situation. First piece of advice I can offer you, first piece, take care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. There's a little thing on the internet called the oxygen dilemma. And and I've talked about it in one of my previous videos online in my YouTube channel, Moving On Beyond Meltdowns. And basically what it was is that just you think of the time when you've flown, And the steward or stewardess stands up in front, and they go through their little safety thing, showing you how to do this, the seat belt, and then the oxygen mask. And they say, when the oxygen mask drops down, put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on the other person. And the reason is simple, because if there's no oxygen in the cabin, you'll pass out and you won't be able to help somebody. And we apply the same thing to taking care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't have the energy to take care of the person you're taking care of. So, first thing in maintaining good health is to maintain good physical health. Good physical health. And there's three important things in all the I've constantly am seeing it being mentioned in the stress management books. And they are sleep, nutrition, and exercise. You need to get enough sleep. Um, you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. And in a future YouTube show, I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about it. So, you might want to check me out over there and ring the subscribe and ring the little bell, and you'll be alerted when I do cover that topic. The second is to eat healthy. Our diet, our nutrition, it suffers when we're stressed out and we're eating poorly. We're not eating irregularly. We're eating bad food and junk food, and I call it stress relieving foods that aren't healthy for us and really aren't stress relieving. So, a good healthy diet is important. And the third factor of the three big ones is get enough exercise. You need to get enough exercise so that it relieves your stress. The stress chemicals build up in your body throughout the day, and exercise is just one perfect, beautiful way of letting go of all the stress that you're feeling. Okay, so that's physical health. You also need to maintain good mental health. First component of good mental health is getting support. It's too hard to do this on your own. So if you can get some emotional support, get a small team around you to help you. Talk to people you trust. Oh, well, I'm a single mom in an apartment all by myself. I don't have any friends. There's nobody, or the friends I did have, they're out of contact now. We don't even see, they don't talk to me anymore. Well, the internet is a wonderful equalizer for this. Absolutely wonderful. There are lots of groups online. You can Google challenging behaviors, autism, intellectual disabilities, and come up with groups. Facebook has a listing of different groups, and you can look at them to see which one fits your style and the type of problems. And people, they're support groups. They share their problems, they give advice, they listen. Mainly, they listen, and that's so important to have somebody to listen to. Locally, I would say look into either your or both, since the son has intellectual disabilities and autism. Look into your local ARC. The ARCs are everywhere throughout the country. So just A, capital A, small R, C, ARC. They work with people with intellectual disabilities and their parent support groups. And then there's your autism, both state and local. There's autism groups of parents out there. So get some support. The second component of good mental health, to my way of thinking, is to practice mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is a buzzword. Everybody does it and they talk about it. Um, you know, learn some simple, easy to use mindfulness programs. Um, I've I've actually whoop, developed some training programs for that, and you can email me at managingmeltdowns@yahoo.com, and I will respond and give you some links to some good mindfulness programs. And I've got some really simple ones too that are easy to use. That they're just a 2-minute breathing exercise. Palm of the hand, breathing, relaxing, focusing on the palm of your hand, and then close your eyes and deep breathing. Lift up one finger at a time. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 You can quote in, out. Focus on the palm of your hand. Breathe and relax. It reduces stress. It's wonderful. So That's my second point is practice mindfulness. And my third point is practice self-compassion. Self-compassion, well, compassion for yourself. Imagine, if you would, you have a friend that's really stressed out. They're under a lot of stress. What advice would you give that friend? And you would tell them things, and you would be there to support them and help them and give them some good advice on how they can manage their stress. The same way, give that same advice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. That's a good starting point. Another thing that you can do is do calming activities. We all only have so much energy, and throughout the day, we use up our energy. We're like a cell phone battery. Say, you've got your cell phone, and you've got it on there, it'll say, oh, 97%. It's running pretty good. But as the day goes on, your battery wears down, wears down, and wears down, and you need to recharge it. So I'm saying calming activities are recharging. They are enable you to recover, to relax, recharge yourself. And they could be things you currently enjoy or things you have enjoyed in the past, things you've never done or you'd like to. And many of them can just take a few minutes. They don't have to take long. And I'll give you some examples across some areas, just really quickly. And leisure time activities. You have a music instrument, cuddling a pet, watching a relaxing movie. Okay, taking a long hot bath or shower. I've talked about getting a support group around you. That's your relationships. Taking care of your health. Again, I talked about your health. Maybe going for a long walk, cooking one of your favorite dishes, doing yoga, Tai Chi. I've been just learning Tai Chi now lately. And it's very relaxing, very calming, and actually helps with balance. Fourth thing that you can do, and this will be the last thing I'm going to talk about today, and that's you need to develop a program for dealing with the meltdowns or the tantrums. And that's beyond the scope of what I'm going to cover. You need to first determine whether it is a meltdown or tantrum, and then you need to implement some prevention strategies. And that's going to be the topic of a future live Ask Dr. Martin. But for now, what I would like is if anybody has any questions, they can email me at managingmeltdowns@yahoo.com. Or if you have some problems you want me to talk about, I'm thinking about maybe managing meltdowns or how to prevent meltdowns, sleep problems, eating problems. What are things that are the most stressful for you in your life and dealing with a person with autism or intellectual disabilities or another developmental disorder who's also exhibiting very challenging behaviors and very intense emotions. So send your questions my way. I'll be more than happy to come back online and talk to you about this and just throw out some ideas. Remember, this is just, I don't have a whole history. Even with this person I discussed right now, I don't have her history completely. I'm not in her home. I'm not doing observations. We're not working intensely to see the dynamics of what's going on. So they're just general ideas that you can use. And then for many of the more severe cases, you need to really get some specific help from a professional who is very good at working with this population, but also has a very warm heart. Too many people that you may come across are pretty rigid in their approach, and they do mass trials of repetition, things that are punishing. And if you want somebody who really cares about you, cares about your child, and has good skills. So I'll end this like I end my YouTube challenge. Until next time, till we meet again, just keep on trucking.